This is just a very simple guide to handling some of the most common formats of material we have in manuscripts and archives and early printed books. So first of all is a volume, a manuscript here, which will arrive in a blue box like this, and you place it on the foam support stand like this, and it rests there. Now the main instruction is really to try and not to touch it, or to touch it as little as possible. You just make sure that it is supported by the foam stand and open it out to where you want it to be. Now you can use the snake weights if it's a bit tricky to weight it down at the edges, making sure that you do not cover any of the text or decoration. We will also give you gloves for both paper and for vellum and parchment manuscripts at the moment, just to protect the manuscripts from the effects of all that hand sanitizer and washing gel. And so you don't place any pressure or any fingers on the manuscript, and we've supplied you with these acid-free strips which you can use to highlight some of the text and to help you in your reading of the manuscript itself. And when you're finished, simply remove the snake weights, close the volume carefully, and replace back in the box. Now, some of the volumes that you will have might have detached boards, and they might look a bit more like this one, where the board comes away. But don't panic, just put it to the side like that and follow exactly the same principles when opening up the manuscript. So very, very gently, and use the weights to weight down the edges so that you can work on it. The other most common format of material we have would be a file and folder, and these would be consulted on a stand like this. They'd usually come in a box, and you take one folder at a time out of the box, place it on the stand and open up. Now the most important thing here is also to remember to try and touch it as least as possible, and to just operate one at a time and to keep everything in order. And once again, if you need any help in isolating text, you have the acid-free strips to help. So the main thing to remember there is to just keep everything in order within the folder, and then when you're finished, to replace each folder back in its box and alert the archivist when you're finished.